Good afternoon, everybody. We are here now for our fourth card that we're going to be making with the Playful Ghosts Stamp set. My name is Debbie Gibson and I am a demonstrator from Oshawa, Canada. If you do not have a demonstrator, I would be happy to be yours. Here we are, Playful Ghosts for our fourth card. Cute, cute, cute little stamp set. This one is going to go together very quickly. It's a very easy card. We're going to bring in a few things here. Bring in my trimmer. Piece of basic white, but it's the thick cardstock. It's just a little bit thicker, which is nice if it's just as a white base. Cutting it at 5.5 by 8.5, and I'm going to score it at 4.25. All this is in inches. Make sure you keep the cutting blade out of the way and just bring in the scoring tool. Otherwise, you're in for a surprise and you will cut this right in half. Okay, another thing I'm going to bring in is a piece of black, and I need this to be cut at 4 by 5.25 inches. And that is, nope, one more thing I need to cut. Okay, whoops. This is going to be cut at 3/4 by 3/4. So when you're doing a smaller one like this, you can use the right side of the ruler just over on this side here, which is what I'm going to do. It makes it a little bit easier when you're doing a small piece. If you're like me and right-handed, I can then hold this down. Just makes it easier. By 3/4, just a little piece. Now I want to see, I'm just double checking something here. That's actually a little bit smaller than what I'm wanting. Let me just see, will my trick-or-treat fit on here? It just might. As long as my trick-or-treat stamp fits on it, I'm good to go. It's going to be close. You know what? Let's do this just a little tiny bit bigger than 3/4. Bring in this piece again. So instead of 3/4 of an inch, I think I'm just going to go and do 1 by 1. I think that give me just a little, that's more like what I'm after. Yes. Okay, sorry, that's a little bit loud. I keep snapping and I'm sure that sounds very loud at your end. I'm sorry about that. Okay. Now, just going to clear myself some space here. So now what I want to do is bring back my black, and I'm going to emboss it. I don't know if you've seen this So Swirly. Look how large that embossing folder is. Really super big. So obviously you need the large machine for this embossing folder. But if you have the mini machine and you have other embossing folders, you could always use those too. Okay, so what I'm going to do is put my number 1 plate. This embossing folder is not a 3D, so it's thinner. So you need your number 1 and your number 2 plate for this one to go through. Then you're going to put your cardstock in the embossing folder. Got a little bit of, there we go. But always the seam side goes through first. And then you're going to need your number 4 plate. Because of the fact that this is a thinner one, you need that number 2 plate as well. So just a little bit extra. There we go. Close this up. Love these embossing machines. They're so much fun, so many extra things that you can do with your cards when you have them. Now look at that. I don't know. There, can you see that really cool So Swirly design on there? One thing I also like to do, sorry, one thing I also like to do with my embossing photos is I like to label them, because then I know after I've taken that paper piece away and I put a little label on, then I know exactly which one it is, and which one I'm sometimes looking for. I can just grab it by, oh, they're so swirly, and off it comes. Okay, one more thing we need to do is a little bit of stamping. So I need a ghost. And I need this ghost on the broom. And the little vampire. Such cute stamps in this one for kids' cards at Halloween. Maybe I'll just do it like that. So those are the three that I am using for this card. And I wanted to let you know I've used my blends to color these, and I actually have these ones cut, colored, and cut out ready to go. But those were the three that I've stamped for it. And we'll bring this back in, show you how quickly it goes together. Bring in my bone folder. If you don't have one of these, you really need to get one, because it just makes such a difference with how your cards lay flat. Then I'm going to put little pieces of white on here. Okay, I'm going to glue this down. Just hold that for a moment. And then I'm going to bring in my dimensionals and put these on. So we're going to have our little ghost on the broom flying over first. Let's just put some dimensionals on all of these while I'm at it here. And I think I'll put a dimensional on the back of my sentiment this time too. Okay, so we have our little ghost with the broom. He's going to be right about there flying. Then our pumpkin, ghost in our pumpkin. Right about there, and then our little vampire guy. He's going to be right about like that. And of course, oh my goodness, I put the dimensional on the wrong thing. Where's my little name? Oh, I know what it is. Whoops, see if I can get that off. May have to cut another little piece. Okay, because that'll be the back. I forgot to stamp it. That's what's missing. I forgot the trick or treat on here. That's funny. I thought I already had done that, I guess. I think that's a first for me doing that kind of a thing. Okay. Did any of you notice I hadn't stamped that before I put the dimensional on it? Oh, that's funny. Okay, now we will put a dimensional on here. Bring back our card. What's the white on there? There. Yeah. Where will we put it? We didn't even put it down here. Okay, and then I have some gems that I'm going to bring in and put onto my card. Looks like stars in the sky almost with these little gems. Oh, put one up here. There we go. And there is our little card. I hope you like that one too. So that brings us to a close of the 4 cards that I had planned to make and show you how to make. I hope you like all of those cards. Maybe I can bring them all back in just to show you the 4. And if you haven't seen the other videos, then do go back and watch how they were made. So there's this one, this one, this one, and this one. There. Cute, right? Okay, so once again, if you are wanting to make these cards, then you will need this stamp set, the Playful Ghosts. And if you're local to me and would like it, just let me know and I can order it for you. Or if you are at a distance, you may go to my online store and you may order it. Anyways, I'm looking forward to seeing all the cards that everybody makes. Have a wonderful day, and we will talk soon. Bye now.